Haya basi, mimi nitakuwa waridi wako. Nawe basi naomba uwe ndo kipepeo wangu. Uwe unapeperuka tu kwenye mashavu yangu. Nami nitakupa nekta. Kisha kupa hiyo nekta, nawe basi naomba wewe utengeneze asali. Kisha onda hiyo asali, nami nitakuja nijitose humo. Basi mimi na wewe tutakuwa donge la halua. Au vipi mpenzi? Kijana mbichi kaiva, kageuka peremende. Meno yako meupe kama theluji. Na jinsi unavyotabasamu. Kijana Mkenya we, jinsi unavyotabasamu. Vijishimo vidogo yani dimples hutokea kwenye mashavu yako. Nayo ngozi yako nyeusi kama kahawa tungu yanivutia kweli kweli. Kama hivyo basi mpenzi, mimi naomba wewe uwe ndo mdomo, nami nitakuwa kijiko chako. Mimi nitakunawirisha tu kwa chakula. Nawe basi huwe unanikumbatia huku ukinitia mdomoni. Au vipi mpenzi? Kijana mbichi kaiva, kageuka peremende. Au vipi mpenzi, mimi naomba mimi niwe ndo bahari lako. Nawe basi utakuwa ndo mwenye kukitia chumvi kwenye hiyo bahari. Kama sivyo mpenzi, basi mimi nitakuwa tu samaki wako. Nawe basi uwe ndo mvuvi. Utakapoitosa tu ndoano yako hivi, nami nitaimeza papo hapo. Kama sivyo basi mpenzi, wewe basi uwe ndo changarawe kwenye ufuo wa bahari. Nami nitakuwa yale maji yanocheza cheza kwenye ufuo wa bahari. Au vipi mpenzi? Kijana mbichi kaiva, kageuka peremende. Macho yako jamani, nitapoyaangalia macho yako, basi mimi naona njia ya maisha nitayotamani. Kama hivyo basi mpenzi, mimi nakuomba tu, basi mimi naomba tupendane, tudekezane. Wewe unitekenye nami nikutekenye, uniroge nami nikuroge, mapenzi yapate kunoga. Basi densi tujicheze, rumba tuzisakate, viuno tuvinegue, haya mapenzi yapate kudondoka. Kijana Mkenya we kijana mbichi kaiva, kageuka peremende. Mwende Stardust.
Mwende Stardust. First of all, there is a poem you just did, and it's amazing. Ile akawa tungu. Hebu talk to us about that kidogo.
Ngozi yako nyeusi.
Sema ukiniangalia.
Basi Brian. Ngozi yako nyeusi kama kahawa tungu yanipendeza kweli kweli.
Stop, wacha.
So bila kila mtu. This is what happens when one day you decide to to promote the boy child. They don't know how to handle it. That's why tuliachana na yeye.
Leo boy child amesifiwa. Last week we had a lot of fun when guys were just talking about sijui, when I see you. They were just talking about you. Leo wacha sisi tunawini. But if you're joining us right now, this is the second half of the first hour. You're going to be having nothing but fun. And of course Nixie sijui juni mgeni huku anashinda kama amechange. After first half she changes. Let
me tell you, if I have very, upfront designers, let them do their job.
Hey,
it's a black and white thing,
what
know.
What are you saying about my designer?
You just have one designer.
Yours is
it's
really
okay.
personal.
Yeah.
And of course, we're being joined by one of the best there is in spoken word and poetry. Her name is Stardust, like Mwende.
Yes.
And she's just done 2 pieces, one in Swahili, one in English. Please talk to us about probably some of the 2 pieces that you've been talking to us about. Yes.
Actually, they are based on real life with a pinch of salt. Like you have to, lazima uchoche hiyo story.
With a pinch of what?
Salt.
A pinch of salt.
Salt, pepper,
like
and
a
spice.
lemon on the
Sasa
side.
uliko huko hiyo kitchen.
Na kitunguu saumu ndani yake. So they're all real life
unajua hiyo? and a sprinkle of magic, eh?
You know all that. Yes, yes, yes. But I really love poetry. It brings alive the things we feel but don't find the words. Like if I were telling you a story, I would possibly not tell you everything that I can tell on a poem. So like poetry gives you the freedom to go the extra mile. Yes.
You know, I really want to understand. You have that rhyme on the stage, you're owning it, you know. For how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for like, what, 3 months? But I think,
Sorry,
yes.
3 months.
3 months, yes.
If somebody asked me, I'd say 13 months.
She's been doing it for 4 years.
No,
She
but
cannot she cannot present a piece. Hata tumchape.
Aki Brian, unanioneanga. Your morning is going very bad.
Yeah.
I hope Mwende gets to quench this by the end of this.
Actually, the second piece. Did you listen to the second piece about people going to dates and stuff like that? Do you just write pieces about real life, or is it from observation, or it's something that you've experienced, like personally?
Yes, I've experienced.
Dry jokes on a first date.
I know, right? They can get boring. Like there's so much pressure to just be funny, to look good. Like take away all that pressure, do something different. So yeah, as much as, they're based on real life, like I said, with a pinch of salt. But yeah, the thing is we need to figure out how to make first dates work, like on the reels.
3 months into this, what would you say has been your highlight so far?
Actually, this has been my highlight.
Tufunge kipindi tuende nyumbani.
Close
What do
this
you
show.
mean?
We are done, people. We are done. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Well, thank
You
you.
should really get her booked on this what's it called, Jamhuri Day, those national holidays. I feel like it's something that the world needs to understand. It's just there's a way you explain. You know, you should make a piece about corruption. Maybe our leaders will get touched. You know, the same way you've made a piece about. Well, not Brian, but the boy child. And he got really touched.
About Brian. Hey.
Dedicated to you, especially Zoom it too. Brian Aseli.
Hey, mom nilikwambia wachana unisumbua. Wachana wao wananisumbua sana, umeona?
Ni mimi.
But it's been an amazing journey for you, just 3 months. Are there people you'd like to collaborate with, or are there places that you'd like to perform? Because it's not easy, first of all, just getting into the industry. I don't know if you have a mentor or anything, but what's been your guiding step to step? Like from this level, now you're going to the next level. Please talk to us about how your journey has been, like your 3 months, and who you'd like to work with.
Yeah, it's been very exciting because when I started doing poetry, I started going to a forum. It's called Poetry After Lunch, where you just say what you have to say. Like you just speak your piece and people clap it. It's a very good forum for you to be heard as a new poet. So what happened is I went there and I started performing, and it was really nice. People were appreciating my art. So I realized, oh, I actually have this thing going. So from there, it's been scaling the heights. I'm now competing in Slam Africa. Hopefully, I'll take it. I'm really aiming for it. And I think people love my poetry. There's a way they just, I don't know, they respond to it really well. And that's something very inspiring for a poet. I look up to, I won't name his name, but there's a certain Kenyan poet who performs very well. I'm looking to do a collab with him. And it's going to be big.
With him?
With him.
Mumeumia hapo Nixie. Nixie, who do you want to collaborate with?
I'm already collaborating with you. I have no choice but to stick here.
Thanks to our bosses. It's happening.
Maybe one day you could tell us, you know how we had this hashtag for listen to local music, support local artists. Do you feel like Kenyans have really come around into embracing the fact that spoken word are an actual thing and they should get financial support for the same?
I think like every art, you have to fight for it. If you really believe in it, you have to go forward and showcase it. Because not many people know what spoken word is. They don't really get it. It's not like music. Music is everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
But spoken word, you have to showcase for people to actually, oh, you can actually tell a good story. You can actually address things like corruption. You can talk about serious stuff in an interesting way in which we want to hear. So I think it's just something that's growing organically. We can't, if you really push it on people's faces, they might not get it. So people have to first embrace it, love it, and then it will grow. I have no doubt that I will make it as a poet. Like I have zero doubt at all. because wherever I performed, people love it, and people are willing to actually pay to see you do what you do.
That's really
so
beautiful.
It's something that's growing. I wouldn't complain.
That's beautiful.
So at least you've answered the question that I wanted to ask. That is reception, and maybe the perception of how people view you. But has it helped you maybe boost your self-esteem, or what does it do when you see people receiving your pieces really positively?
It's amazing when everyone else likes it, but I don't know what my mom thinks about the things I say.
What is the name of your mom?
Mama.
Mama nani? Sema jina yake moja.
Mama Mwende.
Mama Mwende. Wacha tukuambie Mama Mwende. Itabidi umeunderstand kile mtoto wako anafanya. Yeah? Unaona? Like, do you think that's also a hindrance? Like, everyone else is pleased, but your mom is just like, hizo vitu zenye unafanyanga.
Nini unafanya. So,
your parents are those ones for go be a doctor, go be a lawyer. You know, that's how African parents are.
Well,
when you're an artist, it's like, wow, what are you doing?
I'm actually a lawyer. I've been a lawyer for like a long time, and now I'm branching into poetry, and I haven't even found the nerve to tell my mom, I'm leaving law to go do poetry.
You want to quit law to go do poetry?
I could do both at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is very exciting. It takes a life of its own. It's growing really fast. Who knows where it could lead?
Yeah.
So you really don't. I haven't had that conversation with my parents
until she watches this.
Until she sees me on TV, she's like, "Yeah, you're making it. You're making it. Now we can talk."
Now it makes
sense.
sense.
One crazy thing. One day when you're presenting someone in court, when you're representing someone in court, I want you to make a spoken word artist to the judge. Na umpashe mpaka huyo mtu awinio kesi.
You see, this is how things go around here.
Yeah.
My client is innocent. Like, you can do that to him.
Yeah. Na tushinde hiyo kesi. Sawa sawa.
Wait, Brian, that's not corruption.
See corruption.
Luring the judge with your sweet words and your artistic ways.
Uende umwambie your dry jokes on the first day. Usimwambie hiyo ya mapenzi umwambie any other. But then we'd like to get you on social media because so many people are anticipating to see your next piece. And so are we. But of course, share your social media handles.
So Mwende Stardust on Facebook and on Instagram, 2 places. Mwende Stardust, simple as that. If you go online, there's a website, www.mwendestardust.co.ke. I write, I do poetry, so everything will be found Mwende Stardust. Mwende Stardust. Like that.
Do you have any pieces that have been published already?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. But we're getting there.
We're getting there.
For sure. Maybe another 3 months. Since 3 months inaonekana ndio timeline yako.
By the end of this year, we'll have something great rolling.
Oh, congratulations. We can't wait for that.
We're really excited about that. And of course, we'd like people to also follow us on social media. And at Brian_Sale is how you can find me.
And Ann_Nixie. And you can use the hashtag KTN Life and Style to join in this conversation.
And of course, #Artistic Tuesday. But right about now, we live with Stardust. Na tukirudi kuna mwanamume pia yuko hapa hivi na spoken word. Tuone kama ataongea about girl child. I hope not, because it's really give me peace. But about now, Stardust.
Dear Nairobi. Dear Nairobi. It was my father who introduced me to you. He took me to the rooftop of KICC and he told me, you see all this, the whole expanse of her, this is Nairobi. And I raised my fist in salutation of you, but at the exact same moment, a strong wind blew over my dress, and all you got to meet of me that day were my blue knickers. So Nairobi, forgive me if you don't quite remember me. You only met my knickers after all, but you do remember those knickers, don't you? It was in that afternoon hour of ecstasy when the sun likes to play that sexy dance with the sky. I watched the sun sink deeper and deeper and deeper into the sky as night engulfed all light. I watched the sun dance carelessly into the charms of night. Nairobi, I loved you that very moment. I mean, if this is how you liked your sunsets, we were certainly going to be friends. So hand to my chest, I said, happy to meet you too, Nairobi. I got so lost in your streets because there were too many people going this way and too many people going that way. But I must tell you one thing for sure, Nairobi. You were balm to our hearts. You kissed our brows and held us in your bosoms. We fell asleep looking deep into your eyes. We saw the entire cosmos in your eyes as we faded into sleep and into dreamland. And talking of dreamland, you were a city inhabited by the gods. You were a city of gods, and there were rumblings in the night. There were rumblings in the night. Rumblings of Mulungu strumming the Nyatiti for Nyasaye. There were rumblings in the night. Rumblings in the night. Rumblings of Ngai throwing Ngoso into a trance. There were rumblings in the night. Rumblings in the night. Rumblings in the night as Assis made love to Mumbi. Those rumblings sounded like the heavenly music of angels or like incantations into the earth. But now, Nairobi, you have changed. You're different. I don't know whether you can smell it on yourself, but you have got the stench of lies and bribes in your pockets, Nairobi. You need a shower. I hate to be the one to tell you, but you're not as fresh as you used to be, Nairobi. What went wrong? What went wrong, Nairobi? Nairobi, didn't I love you enough? Did I forget to stop and watch your signature sunset salutations? Nairobi, did I break your heart? Come, Nairobi, would you give me a second chance? All I'm asking for is please come. Let's sit together. Let us dance together because I intend to shake my feet with the music, the long-forgotten music of Nairobi. I intend to dance with you, Nairobi. I intend that the ecstasy of the music will lead us into the infinite, infinite, infinite. Because Nairobi, me, I love you regardless. Mwende Stardust.
Yeah, Mwende. Me, I love you.
Tell you, it's only in Nairobi we say, me, I love you. Me,
Yeah,
I
it's
went
actually
to the market.
me, I am that guy. You are those guys who are watching right now. And of course, this is KTN Home. If you're joining us right now, this is hashtag KTN Life and Style, hashtag Artistic Tuesday. Follow me at Brian_Aseli.
And follow me at _Nixie.
And of course, we have Stardust. Ebu ambia watu social media wanakupataje?
Mwende Stardust on Facebook, on Instagram, and on the website, Mwende Stardust. Mwende Stardust.
And Twitter.
That's all.
Twitter.
No Twitter.
No Twitter.
It's overrated.
So thank you very much.
For your book.
Thank you. Asante
Yani
sana.
amepushia story ya book.
Yeah, book.
Have you
Inasema-
published? Do you have a
I'm
book?
actually writing a book.
Okay.
Yes.
I know
Tell us
these
about
things.
it.
I know
It will be out. I'll be done writing by December, so it will be published next year.
So you, yeah,
Yes.
Brian, ikuwe hapo.
Asante sana.
Yeah,
Lazima,
that's
lazima.
whatever. Thank you very much for creating time to be here with us.
Asante. Yes.
Yeah. And of course, what is social media? Tunataka to make sure that what is social media umeget kujua vile tunaendelea hapa hivi. And of course, big shout out to the people who are watching and using the hashtag KTN Life and Style.
Maybe I can read something, yeah? There is Teensky _ said, hi, Anne. See, this is directed to me, yeah? Hi, Anne. Really loving the show. Thank you so much, Teensky. And then we have somebody saying, hoping next week you actually get to shout me out again. Okay, thanks for pushing it.
And of course, we have Mary Modoni who's tuned in. Big shout out to all the people who, imagine, even Teen Talk, one of the shows at KTN,
Yeah.
they tweet.
Oh, that's really nice.
Sisi tuko Ligiso, by the way. Big shout out to Tony Basweti, Dado Umtiti, who's also watching. A big shout out to Mugure also tuning in. Asante sana, big shout out to you wherever you are. And we also have Mike Ndeda who's tuned in kama kawaida. Big shout out to O'Neill and the family. They're actually watching wanasema wako holiday. And of course, nani mwingine hapa hivi?
We have Kakadeno here saying, I'm tuned in, the show is lit.
Hapo sawa. And of course, right about now we want to move on kidogo and bring you into the world of dance. This time round, it's not only a dancer, it's a dance guru. Speaking of which, he's one of the judges on KTN's I Can Dance. You gotta love everything about him. His name is Oscar Mwalo. Oscar Mwalo, Oscar. Unajua ni dancers. They actually come down.
Hello, how are you? Oh.
Oscar, unajua mimi nangoje ukame yani kutoka huko juu. How are you, man?
I'm good.
Looking
so
nice.
it's choreographer Oscar Mwalo.
Choreographer Oscar
Yes.
Mwalo. Okay.
Ebu
Got
fanya
it.
intro tena.
Yeah, so what's up, guys? This is choreographer Oscar Mwalo. Yes.
I said you look really nice. I'm waiting for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lakini utatusumbua. Wacha bocha
Manze.
ndio ameingia show anasema tu jina.
Inaitwa courtesy. Courtesy.
Si
We do a lot of
so
things on this
nimefurahi.
show, you know,
Hey.
including...
Oscar sana angalia hiyo upande sana.
Acha
Oscar.
nisimamishe. Yes.
Oscar, you've been in the game for a long period of time now. How long, to be precise?
Professionally, it's been 14 years.
14 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Professionally, so you can imagine before that.
Talk to us about your journey. Where did you start? Of course, I know you have links or ties to Sarakasi dancers. Please talk to us about that.
Yes, so basically I come from, my hometown is Kisumu, and that's where I started my talent. So after kumaliza shule nini, nikaingia kole, blah blah blah, nikamaliza nikasema I want to dance. That's how it started.
Kole ulikuwa unadu nini?
Sema ukweli kama ni
art tu.
kama ni mechanical engineer.
No, ni art.
So you were doing
nikaingia,
art in
I
school?
started, yes. So I started as a beginner at Sarakasi.
Yeah.
That was way back in 2000 and tusiseme hiyo. Yeah, it's been 14 years. Just know that. So I started as a beginner, trained, went through the process, nikaingia intermediate level of dancing, then now sasa nikakuwa senior, which is a professional dancer mwenye sasa naweza enda show kuperform nini hizo zote. Then kufika hapo sasa nikaanza kutravel, nikaenda by then nimetravel kila mahali.
We are sorry.
Kila
We are
mahali.
sorry. You know, looking
Just
at your
because of
journey,
dance. Yeah.
for 14 years,
Yes.
and the fact that you started from the base route, no connections, no nothing.
No, nothing.
You know, the thing is, in Kenya, that the culture of dancing has not been embraced to a professional level. Inanzanga alafu inashuka.
Yeah, I think what guys lack is the discipline behind dancing. You know, we normally say you can be a very good dancer, but if you lack discipline, you'll never go
give
anywhere.
up.
You'll never go anywhere. Yes.
So in Nikama, you don't have to look at the financial side of it, ama?
First of all, you have to sacrifice.
Yeah,
because
that's
when
for
you
sure.
start, because as for you to be a good dancer, you must start from somewhere, and then it's a process, so it takes time. So you have to be very disciplined, and the passion that you have has to drive you to go through the whole process, step by step, till you get to the professional level, where now you can start performing and earning. Yes.
Oscar, I want to ask you a question. It's not easy being a choreographer, and
Yes.
first of all, coming with different dynamic sets, or probably just different routines. Sometimes pia saa zingine ni freestyle. Unaweza itwa mahali uambiwe, okay, Oscar Mwalo is here, bust the move.
Hebu tuende.
Hebu tuone, ni dancer. Sometimes you have to come up with something really random. But how do you create your choreographies? How do you come up with these amazing choreographies?
Good question. So now, let me clarify something. You know, guys confuse. There's a choreographer and there's a dance teacher. So many dance teachers
there's a choreographer
and a dance
and a dance
teacher.
teacher.
Yes.
I thought choreographer was a fancy name for dance teacher.
No.
Okay.
It's different. So for a dance teacher, many people call themselves choreographers, but in real sense, they are dance teachers.
Wow.
For me to be a dance teacher, you know, I can tell you, like I tell you now, can you do gwara gwara? You get? Then now you do gwara gwara.
Can you do hebu
do
tufanye
shaku?
gwara gwara? Unajua gwara gwara hata Chris Brown hajui kufanya. Unajua kufanya gwara gwara?
Anajua.
Unaweza fanya gwara gwara?
Yeah.
Aki mimi nakudea.
Dare me.
Fanya.
Nyi fanyeni kwanza, I take a video.
Twende 1, 2, 3, twende.
I will rate you.
So, for a dance teacher, ni mtu ule, I can pick dance moves that already exist. Then now I teach you. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's being a dance teacher.
Okay,
But now a choreographer is like an engineer. Unaona ule engineer sasa yeye ndio ana decide nyumba ni chuma gani itajenga, itadrilliwa sijui to what level, roof itakaje, you get?
From scratch.
So it's constructing from scratch.
Yes, so now you come up with things that are new, things that you create in your head, And I think that's what being a choreographer is. And some
So how do
challenges.
you create your own, like Oscar Mwalo, what is that? How do you build up? Engineer. Hey.
Engineer Oscar Mwalo. It's choreographer Oscar Mwalo. Okay, so let me say that it comes from inspirations. You know, sasa unaweza kunatembea nini, au upite hapo uone kamera zimesimama, kuna ka inspiration fulani unaweza get out of that. Mimi napenda sana kulana kwa kila kitu yenye mimi udo. So sasa hii nikiona kamera zimesimama, inanipatia, naona ni kama ni in terms of formation kwa dance. Naweza sema moja imesimama hapa, ingine hapa, ingine hapa. So that one naweza itumia as a formation when creating a dance. So naweza create dance na nikuja hapa niseme sasa hii nataka kufanya kitu hapa, then nirudi kwa hii position na hii position. With that nisha create choreography. But now kitu lazima nifanye, sasa lazima ni make sure that content iko hapa na iko hapa na iko hapa ni tofauti.
Experience yako. We have exactly 2 minutes. Nataka utuambie experience yako kama judge wa I Can Dance. How has the journey been so far? Na kwanza ile moment yenye mnaambia mtu we are sorry, you are not proceeding.
That has to be the hardest thing, yeah?
No, ni job tu.
Really? Wait, no empathy, no emotions. Wow.
Nothing.
Lakini ndio kwanza naenda home naambia watu venye Oscar ni mbaya.
I know.
But if tuambie how's the journey as a judge so far?
I think it's good. It's very nice. Kwanza first of all, you guys coming up with I Can Dance. Imepatia dancers wengi sana platform.
Yeah.
And you see like this platform, sisi tuliamua lazima dancers wa grow. Unajua okay, what guys do ni mtu anakanga dance competition. Watu wanakuja dance, aya wina, shika, umeenda. You get. Then there's nothing you've learned. Ile tu kitu umekuja nayo, ndio bado umetoka nayo. So as we said that this has to be an experience, lazima watu wa grow. Lazima tuwa challenge. That's why kila wiki kuna challenge.
Yeah.
So kama wewe ni mtu wa dancehall, siku moja tunakupatia hip hop. Kama wewe ni wa hip hop, tunakupatia contemporary. So in the long run, sasa zile hata exit compare, umetoka na kitu. So you can, yes. So true. Even clients can call you, and then now you can do your creations. Even though venye mtu grow. Yeah. That's how we all went through that. And hii story umesema, watu kusema ati sijui nini majaji sijui mnakuaje
walilipwa ati Oscar hata hatupendangi.
Kuna watu waliniuliza ati why you guys so hard on these dancers, kwa nini mnawa discourage? Mimi nasema hivi, atu discourage mtu. Unajua lazima uambiwe no mara kama 50 ndio saa zile ile yes moja itakuja kwa life yako, it will be a life changing yes. Hiyo ndio kitu mimi na believe in. So hawa watu wote wanasema mara nini be nice nini, tukikuwa nice sahi huo mtu atafail in future.
Ataenda mahali. Listening to your experience, clearly I Can Dance hakuna mahali naenda. There is a lot to look forward to. There is you don't have an exit strategy, that's what I'm trying to say. So what are the future expectations for I Can Dance and for your own career?
For my career, it's on a roll. I think I'm having the time of my life. Kwanza working with these dancers, where wale wenye hata tujai meet, tumemeet tu hapo. And then moving forward for the competition, I think it can only grow better.
Okay.
Hapo sawa. Oscar Mwalo, thank you very much for creating time to be here with us.
Na umedance?
Mimi sitaki kudance hapa sasa, nitaharibu jina. Thank you for creating time to be here with us. We're going to go on a short commercial break. Tukirudi, we're going to make sure that you get to interact with some more arts. Of course, tuko na cypher pale, kuna spoken words a little bit more. The hashtag is Artistic Tuesday, and you can
hashtag KTN Life and Style.
Sisi out. And a short commercial break. When we come back, let's make it bigger and better.